Welcome to this ICF Slalom podcast episode, part of the series running until the Paris 2024 Games. We bring you the inside stories from around the globe from the people who make canoe slalom so special. Here's your host, John Gregory.
Thanks for joining me for this special series of daily ICF Slalom podcast episodes from the Lee Valley World Championships. One short episode each day will recap on the day's events and what to expect the next day. For this third episode, I'm joined by Andrea Herzog from Germany, Miquel Trave from Spain, Michal Smolen and Jean-Michel Prono. Results from the canoe heats. So the top 30 boats in each class have progressed to the semi-final on Friday, importantly made up of 16 different nations in both cases. Fastest in the C1 women heat was reigning and double world champion Andrea Herzog. Heat winner in the C1 men was Miquel Trave from Spain. More English weather had some impact, although the school children still seem to appear to enjoy themselves. I start with Andrea Herzog just off the water at the finish after her clear run in the first heat.
So Andrea, congratulations on your first heat as a double world champion and reigning world champion. That must be a nice comfortable start for you.
Yeah, I was just hoping to do good here because the Lee Valley course is really hard. You can do mistakes just everywhere. So I'm pretty happy with the run. It was not easy with the weather conditions today. It's so windy, so the gates are moving pretty much. But I think I did it pretty good, and I'm happy.
Okay, tell us about that run a little bit.
Yeah, on the start I saw Valerie Franklin having some troubles on gate 3, and I was like okay, I'm now focusing on myself. And then I only tried to have a good start, looking from gate to gate. And we had some main spots I wanted to focus on, and I tried to do this to just stay on my run and not think about something that is on the outside. And I managed it pretty good, so I'm just happy.
Okay, it was a clean, fast run. Does this Lee Valley course suit your paddling style?
I think so. It's really technical, and there are so many technical moves you can do. I will see what the semi-final course will be. I think it will be harder than the qualification course. Yeah, it's physical as well, so you need much power. Maybe I'm not the most powerful paddler, but I think I have some power in my arms, and yeah.
Okay, we wish you the best of luck for the semi-finals.
Thank you.
Next, Ross and I chatted with Miquel Trave.
It's always good to start with a good run. It was interesting course. I could find speed, I could find the good position in every gate. I just had really small touch in gate 16 if I'm not wrong, but I could win the run, so I'm really happy for it.
Yeah, I mean, you had one touch and you were still fastest. That means you must be going pretty well.
Yeah, I feel really comfortable. Happy with the performance, but now the important is in semi-finals to get the final spot. I always focus more in C1. I do K1 just for a bit. I will not say for fun because I also like to race, but I don't know. I always like more C1 and I spend many more time on C1.
If you get that quota for the C1, then you can relax and have a good time in the K1, yeah?
Yeah, for sure, obviously. Not relax because it's World Championships. So everyone wants to win the World Championships. But yes, about the Olympic quota, it could be amazing.
I caught up with America's Michal Smolen.
Michal, being back at Lee Valley must bring some nice memories back from a bronze medal in 2015.
Yeah, I think that was 8 years ago now.
What do you remember of it?
I was a different person back then, so hard to remember what was going through my head and how I prepared, but I just remember it was a really good experience for me because I was on the podium. And I really liked the course here. We spent a lot of time preparing for the event, which made a big difference for me. And that's something that I tried to do with my athletes this year, to book as much water as possible here, so that, we could have a good race and hopefully deliver on the World Championships.
Okay, so tell me more about your gig now.
My new gig is working with the New Zealand team. I started with 2 athletes last year, Luca Jones and Finn Butcher, and this year I have a new addition, Hannah Thomas. So 3 athletes in total, and I'm contracted through to the Paris Games.
What do canoe heats today tell you about expectations for kayaks tomorrow?
It tells me that the weather can be crazy in London, so coming prepared to the course is really important. But I also think it's going to settle down a bit, and tomorrow should be a bit more manageable for the kayaks. The course is fairly easy. but still there's a couple tricky sections that you sort of have to be aware of. You saw a lot of the top paddlers today have trouble in a few of the S moves. So it's something to watch out for tomorrow. I'm quite excited to see how it goes for the rest of the week. It's quite different being a coach. And I like watching more of the competition this way because I have to analyze and deliver the message to the athletes. So it's a different experience, but I really enjoy it. And I'm looking forward to the rest of the race and then going back to Paris for the test event as well. It's been a good season for me as a coach. So.
Okay, well, it's lovely to see you back at Lee Valley, and good luck to the team this week.
Thank you.
Now, based on my calculation, my next guest, Jean-Michel Prono, is our 100th different guest since the podcast started. He is the ICF Canoe Slalom Chair.
Jean-Michel, you are a very prominent, well-known figure and well-respected in canoe slalom community. We've seen you at races for many years. What paddlers now might not appreciate is that you are a kayak paddler for French team.
Yeah, but the journey, I've been briefly a team member for the French team. 2 seasons, 73, 74. And then I moved quickly to the coaching. I was passionate very early by coaching, and to tell you the truth, I've been the first dedicated coach for the French women kayak team at this time in slalom, obviously. And I started in 75 to end my career as a female coach in 2000 at the Olympic Games in Sydney. So it was a long journey.
Okay, so during that period, I mean, particularly sort of late 70s, 80s, I mean, where were you paddling in France in those days?
Well, we were paddling mostly or exclusively in natural course, obviously. One artificial course we had was in Vichy, at the very center of France, which is not used any longer because we have other courses, artificial and natural. But mostly we were training in Bourg-Saint-Maurice, Saint-Pé-de-Bigorre, Goumois, something that most of the kayakers doesn't know. Yeah, mostly natural river. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I think Bourg-Saint-Maurice is probably a favourite of many paddlers, or many generations of paddlers, particularly.
It was the mecca of the slalom at this time.
Okay. So fast forward 2012, we came to London Olympics here at Lee Valley. Mm-hmm. I mean, it must be amazing. Well, it's lovely to be back at Lee Valley for second World Championships. But I guess our sights are also on Paris for 2024.
I would wish Paris could be such well-achieved legacy venue in the future. Because this venue is a great success for the legacy, for the citizen, actually.
I mean, we're seeing the first allocation of spots for Paris.
Yeah, London is a great place to come back for qualifier, I would say, because the course is high quality, well balanced. You could course design good course. No inconsistency. The water is regular. So I think that's except the wind today that could make I have a key role on it, but the rest is, I guess, a great competition for allocation for quota.
Okay, well, I know in your roles you are striving for independence, but nevertheless, you're a Frenchman. You must be pleased as a former French kayak paddler and coach that the Olympics are coming to France and to Paris next year.
Yeah, I'm pleased for Paris and France welcoming the games first in general. As a kayaker or as a chair of the committee, it will be my last Olympic game, by the way, so I'm very pleased to end my career in Paris, certainly. And I hope that the French Federation and the local organizing committee will propose a great show, and we are working closely with them to achieve it. Yeah.
Okay, well, part of your legacy will be going out with the first kayak cross at Olympics.
Yeah, that's at the same time a legacy, but we still have to confirm that it's a great competition, so there is a bit of pressure on us. But I'm confident because the format has been evolving quickly, and obviously since it is Olympic, we could see that both athletes, coaches, and us on our side with official and organizer, we have grown this format very quickly, and we must be ready for the Olympic Games to put a show and confirm this for the next Olympic Game. And I guess we are on a good track. We will be in Los Angeles, for sure.
So to day 3 of the competition with the heats of the women's and men's kayak. 40 men's kayak and 30 women's kayak will advance to Saturday's semi-final. Here is a quick refresher on who the current champions and leaders are. In K1 women, reigning world champion is Ricarda Funk from Germany, who is also Olympic champion and European champion. Leader of the 2023 World Cup Series is Jess Fox, who is again world number 1. In K1 men, Vit Prindis from the Czech Republic is reigning world champion and leader of the 2023 World Cup Series. Teammate Jiří Priskovic from the Czech Republic is Olympic champion, world number 1 and European champion. Talk to you tomorrow with the results of the women's and men's kayak heats and preview of the canoe semi-finals. Thanks to my guests today, Andrea Herzog, Miquel Trave, Michal Smolen and Jean-Michel Prono. Thanks to Aidan Johnson for help with sound editing. See you on the bank. Stay safe.
That's it for now, but please subscribe to the podcasts on Apple Podcasts, Spotify or Audible, and please don't forget to share and leave a review too. In the meantime, keep it fast and clean.